This is your sign. Really vulnerable. You never know if you don't try. I decided to take a leaf out of my 5-year-old's book and face my fear. At least it's not a rejection yet, right? That delulu belief in your writing that one day you'll do it. I just pressed send and I just felt so exposed. And if I hadn't just felt the fear and done it anyway. So we are going to have a little chat today, and I'm in a bit of a better place than when I initially made this video. So we're going to jump back and we're going to go and have that little talk, and then you're going to come back and we are going to have some good news to finish off on. So stick around for that bit. If you're new here, I'm Bri, I write books, and I'm currently working on the first draft of my first novel, which is a speculative archaeological thriller. And it's a little bit new for me because I'm probably more generally like a dark academia, kind of fantasy kind of person. So thanks for joining me. Let's catch up. I would sit down and have a little catch up because if you've seen my slightly emotional video about sort of failing NaNoWriMo and some of the mental health stuff and a lot of intense things going on, I mentioned in that video that I had a massive crisis of confidence about my writing, and it was kind of brought on because I had the most wonderful, thoughtful gift from my husband where he put together a brochure of some incredible writing courses for me to choose from, and it was so thoughtful and also incredibly exciting for me to feel like I'm going to be investing seriously in my journey. And I selected and decided to apply for a course, and as part of it I had to submit a sample of my work. And before I did, I showed my husband, and the act of sending it to him, and the crazy thing is he is my husband, right? He's on my team. He's not going to be horrible to me about it. He's not going to be my harshest critic, but the act of passing him this sample, essentially digitally anyway, I emailed it to him, made me feel really vulnerable, and as I admitted in that video, kind of stupid and kind of like this like little girl. And I just felt so exposed, and it was so strange. And I don't generally show my writing to people, and you know, it's not that he wasn't nice about it. He's very different to me. He's very practical, and so his first instinct was to be like, do you want notes? And I was like, oh, not right now, not ready for that. I just need to know whether it's terrible. The act of showing him that then sparked it. If I can't even show my own husband, and this is how I feel about showing him, how am I going to send it to this course? How am I going to send it to people who are editors and best-selling writers who are the tutors on this course? And I had a wobble. And it's funny, isn't it? Because I think normally I'm very good at living in that kind of semi-delusional state where you're like, I'm going to publish a book one day, I'm going to keep striving, I'm going to follow my dream, all that cheesy, like yada yada. I'm going to get there. That delulu belief in your writing that one day you'll do it. And I just veered completely the other way. I'm trying to climb out of it. I did submit my writing application. The course I'm applying to is the Jericho Writers Ultimate Novel Writing Program, and it's been kind of talked about before as essentially an intense MA in creative writing, kind of condensed down. And it's very exciting. There are opportunities to be featured in their anthology and go to agents, and you get agent feedback, you get manuscript feedback. It's a 12-month course where you get to complete a novel. I'm going to be going in with a first draft, hopefully. Still need to finish it because I didn't during Nano. You can watch my other videos for that failure. But I am really excited. It sounds great, and you have to answer these questions about, you know, why you want to do the course and your writing history, and submit a sample. I'm talking about this like I'm going to get in, by the way. I have no idea, and I'm very on edge and nervous and checking my email every 20 seconds right now. I think they give you 15 days, and I'm only about 7 or 8 in, so it would be very early. At least it's not a rejection yet, right? What was I talking about? I've lost my train of thought already. So I'm very excited about this, and I haven't come out of my crisis of confidence at all. I just decided, you never know if you don't try. I'm going to, as that saying goes, feel the fear and do it anyway. It's funny, my 5-year-old has obviously been watching like some stuff on TV, and she often talks about I face my fear, mummy, and it's really sweet to hear it in those like dramatic terms. But I decided to take a leaf out of my 5-year-old's book and face my fear. I wrote my answers to these questions. I selected a sample from my novel. of 1,500 words, a bit over, because they said there's a little bit of flex on that. I showed my husband because his attention to detail is like something else, honestly. I don't know how I ended up being a lawyer in my previous life before now, because my attention to detail is not as strong as his, let's say, and I digress. And so he helped me like proof errors and just gave me his thoughts, and as somebody who's less close to it than me as well, I wanted his view on what I was going to submit and what I was going to say. And I just pressed send, and there was no like opportunity to review your application or whatever. It was literally just like, thank you for your application, you've sent it. So my crisis of confidence is not over. I've decided to just step up and be brave. So I have applied for this writing course, and I'm hoping I will know whether I got in or not this side of Christmas. I don't know that they're particularly aggressive with rejections, so I don't know if a lot of this angst is misplaced. Who knows? Maybe I'll be making a video saying I didn't get in soon, but I'm kind of manifesting. I'm not too woo. I don't really mean literally manifesting, but I am hoping that I will get in. But in terms of other updates, I'm really kind of relying on maybe getting into this so that I then have a push to get this manuscript finished. I've hit a bump where, as I've mentioned before in other videos, I kind of got to this point in my outline where it all became a bit murky. I didn't 100% know what was going to happen next to get me to the next bit of action. I've introduced a character that I didn't know whether I was going to introduce or not, and I seem to have taken the decision to do it and not really fully worked out what that's going to look like and where we're going. I think I need some outlining, plotting, streamlining work so that I can then get back into some writing momentum. So the whip, it kind of stalled with the failure of Nano, and I'm trying to get the next bit decided, and then I can get to writing again and move on. So I also don't know how this juggle is going to look with Christmas coming up. My daughter's got about 3 weeks off school, which is much longer than the Christmas holidays I used to get. And we're going away for Christmas this year. We're going to Somerset to see family. So there'll be a bit of like writing on the go, I expect. I don't know what these videos are going to look like while I'm away. I also just wanted to take a second to say thank you so much for like letting me be part of this community and keeping me accountable, and just joining AuthorTube felt like maybe counterintuitive, taking time away from writing, giving me something else to do on my plate, but actually I found it incredibly supportive and helpful. I feel like I've learned a load too from you guys. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so thank you so much. We're now a week after we had that previous little chat, and we've had some really good news. I got in, and I had some really lovely feedback from the tutor that I requested to work with, who was my preference, Holly Seddon. She's written some of these books along here, and this is your sign if you're not sure about doing something or you're scared to just do it anyway, because after that like crisis of confidence and just feeling, I don't know, like maybe I shouldn't apply, obviously I took the leap, I did, and now I'm on the course and I start in 2026. I think we kick off in April. I'm so excited, and I think it's going to be great for my writing and another like means of accountability. But primarily, I think I'm going to learn a lot. First things first, I'll have a first draft by the time that I start the course, but then yeah, to kind of hone it and polish it and try to make it as good as I can. So yeah, exciting. Like I just got a much needed boost of, okay, maybe I'm not insane, you know, like the tutor sent some really positive comments about my novel idea and the scope and being excited about it and being impressed by my sample and stuff, and I needed like a little bit of validation for somebody to tell me that like things aren't terrible. So I am so happy. I feel like it's going to be a great opportunity to really improve my craft and level up and just make sure that this manuscript turns into something halfway decent. So at the moment I am sitting down and I have realized that kind of losing clarity on my outline and the plot and what is going to happen next is where I've lost momentum. So I'm sitting down and I'm trying to iron out all of those things. So that's the job right now. I just wanted to like have a little catch up and I guess just say that like if you're having a wobble, it's not just you, and also it's still worth doing things that feel scary and embarrassing and make us feel insecure anyway, because if I had listened to that wobble and if I hadn't just felt the fear and done it anyway, then I wouldn't have a place on the course. Just keep on going and we're gonna get there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.